loves, it's Sam. I have a little Sephora haul for you guys today. I ran out of concealer, and so the concealer that I normally use is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, and of course the one color that they were out of is the one color that I needed. So I ended up picking up a different concealer, but I also ended up picking up a few other things that I had seen another YouTuber recommending, and I just have to say a humongous shout out to Amanda Ensing. I have quickly become like obsessed with her videos. I don't get a lot of time to watch other people's videos because I'm usually editing and filming and, you know, doing my own stuff on the computer. So I don't get a lot of time to ever really watch anybody else, but occasionally I do get to watch some people, and I just discovered Amanda Ensing because I was searching, what was I searching? Oh, I was searching the EX1 foundation, and she popped up, and her makeup is gorgeous. She is just so beautiful. I love her makeup tutorials. You guys should definitely check her out. I'm sure you already know about her because she's huge, but I just wanted to blame this haul on her. So the concealer that I ended up going with is actually the one that she uses, and you know, I don't know if I actually like this because it's not quite light enough for me. I think this works for you if you are quite if you have a good tan going on, if you're a little darker, but they did not have that many light shades. Like, I got the second to lightest one, and the only reason I didn't get the lightest one was because it wasn't that much lighter, and it was kind of gray. So I got the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Concealer. The color that I have is light 18, so the lightest one was light 16, but like I said, it wasn't that much difference as far as the lightness goes, and this just isn't quite as light as I'm used to. It just doesn't give me the brightness that I really want. As far as the concealer itself, it is a very nice concealer. It's a nice creamy consistency, and it doesn't like settle into fine lines and wrinkles or anything like that, so it is actually a really nice concealer. It's just not quite as light as I was hoping for. So if you are someone who is a little bit darker, then you would definitely like this. But if you're someone who is a little bit more fair and you like that really bright under eye, I just don't think that this is going to be light enough, because it's a really great like natural, like you just don't want your concealer to show up as much, but I quite like that brightness underneath the eye, so coloring for me just isn't there, but the product itself is very nice. This is the Kat Von D Shade Light contour palette. It's basically just a contour palette. This was quite expensive. I believe it was like 50 bucks or something like that. Let me look at the price. So it's definitely not cheap. The price is $46. So it's definitely a little pricey. But this is what it looks like. And I like the packaging. The packaging is nice. It's a kind of convenient little doodad. It's a little bit big, but it has a really nice little mirror, and I love the way that she kind of like, you know, designed it. And then it's got 6 nice sized contour and then highlighting or powder colors. So I have been using this color right here, and I've also been using, I've tried these two right here. This one is kind of more of a pinker, like pink toned powder, and then that one is like a really yellow powder. But these are a very pigmented powder. They can be quite heavy if you are not careful. I still haven't decided if I like this palette or not, simply because I feel like the contours are a little bit on the cool side, and I like a little bit warmer of a contour because for some reason my skin tends to pull ashiness really quickly. I don't know what it is, but like I can have a pure brown eyeshadow and it looks purple on me. And the same with this contour. It kind of looks like I got punched in the face a little bit right here. It's just a little bit on the cooler side, which is weird because in the palette it looks warm, but for some reason when I apply it on my face, it just kind of looks a little bit cool, like ashy, or like, I don't know. I've worked with this a few days now and I still can't decide if I like it. The powders are quite heavy, and while they do brighten, this one is way too yellow for me. It's so yellow. It just looked awful. This one is a good tone, but it's just a little bit heavy. Ended up looking a little bit cakey. So you don't need very much of this. It's a very heavy powder, and I'm just going to put them right on my hand so you can see. It's almost like a full coverage powder. They feel kind of like foundation-y. Like they can definitely get cakey. So you do have to be really careful with it. You do have to have a really light hand, and I still haven't decided if I like it or not. So I'm gonna play with it a little bit more and let you guys know, but I don't know. I feel like the powder, it just doesn't do well with my skin. I think that I have other powders that look better. The next thing that I picked up was the Nars All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. Now, normally I would never buy things that say luminous because I have very oily skin, but Amanda Ensing used it and she said that she has oily skin, or maybe it was a combination, but she did mention oil in her skin. It's terrible on me. The one thing I want to say is that the shades of this specific foundation, the ones that were like close to my tone or to my like shade level, were so yellow. And so I got the color Light 4, which is called Deuville, something like that. The packaging itself is very nice. It's a pump, which is really awesome. It is a glass bottle, so you do have to be careful if you are traveling. But it's very yellow. It didn't match my neck whatsoever. So do keep that in mind if you are shopping for a foundation from that specific range, because they just all seemed quite yellow to me. But this foundation, unfortunately, it's not working for my skin whatsoever. It looks flawless, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous for the first 3 hours, and then once hour 3 hits, like clockwork, it separates, it pulls apart, it looks cakey, it gets stuck in my lines, it looks like I have a desert on my face, it's like cracking and going all into wonky spots. It just looks terrible. And then even when I powder it, it still ends up looking like just not very flattering after the first few hours, but the first few hours look amazing. Like, it's so beautiful when you first apply it, but it just does not last well on me. And it's weird because it says it's all day, but because of that luminous word in there, I'm pretty sure that's why it's not working for me. So I feel like this would work on dry, normal, maybe even combination, but if you are oily, it just breaks apart on me like no other. Okay, so my makeup has been on for 6 hours, and it looks absolutely terrible. Now, probably from where you're sitting and I'm sitting right now, it looks fine. Like from far away, it's like, oh, you look nice. But when you get up close, it is like terrible. Like, oh my goodness. It just looks so bad. Around here, it's completely gone out of my creases, like of my wrinkles. On the chin, it is all collected together. It's all collected on my upper lip. It looks so cakey around my like pores right here. My forehead, it's like looks like a desert. It's like all cracked and like stuck into like wrinkles. Oh, let me get up close so that you guys can see this because it's awful. Okay, I'm really hoping you're gonna be able to tell, but all along here you can see how it's kind of just like collected. It looks terrible. Or like, look at that. Ew. My upper lip. Look how bad that looks. Like even in my nostrils. And then when you get up close, right here, it's like, ew, what is that? And then look at my forehead. Look how bad that looks. It just looks terrible. Do not like it whatsoever. It just looks really, really awful. As far as the first day goes, not liking this whatsoever. Now I'm gonna try and see if it can be like fixed by kind of like just, you know, I'm gonna say no on that. It kind of just wipes it off. Ugh, no, don't like this. I'm gonna go completely redo my makeup because this is not good. Like, I would be embarrassed if someone saw me with my makeup looking like this because it just wipes like right off. It's just not good at all. Ugh. I liked it at first. It was beautiful at first, but it looks terrible halfway through the day. I don't know, and it did break me out as well. So this is definitely not a winner in my book. It looks gorgeous when you first apply it though, so I feel like if you're normal or dry, you are gonna love this foundation because it is very weightless. It's super light. It doesn't look like you're wearing a lot of foundation until hour 3 hits, and then it looks terrible. This is the Nars blush. No. Psst. You don't break my camera again. This is the color Reckless. No, psst. And this is the most beautiful blush. It's technically kind of like a highlight blush. It's not dark enough to be a blush alone. I've been putting it over another blush, but this is heaven. You need to get this. If you like sparkles, if you like shimmer, if you like a really beautiful glow, you must get this blush. And you know, I have a few of the Nars blushes and I haven't really been that impressed, to be honest. I don't know what all the hype is about, but this one specifically, you should hype up. It is awesome. It is so beautiful. I have it on my skin right now. It gives this most doll face, like innocent pink sparkly glow to your face. You can layer it over darker blushes, but that's what it looks like. So you can see it's quite light. It's definitely not like a blush, a typical blush color, but it is so sparkly. Like when you go into the store and swatch it, you will see the sparkles under the light. When you go in the sun, literally it is like fairy dust on your face. It is so beautiful. And let me just swatch it. So it's like a really soft pink, but with tons of sparkles. It's gorgeous. It's probably not even going to show up that good in the light here, but it is so beautiful. And again, I have it on my cheek right there, but you can see that contour. See how it kind of just looks muddy? I don't know about that, but this is a must-have. You must have this if you like sparkles. If you don't, then don't get it. But if you like sparkles and you like glow and you're like, hey, J-Lo, you must get this. It is so heavenly. It's amazing. I believe in a thing called love. The next things were just little samples that they gave me. This is the Glam Glow Power Mud Dual Cleanse Treatment, and I have never tried this before. It's just a little sample, and I believe it's just like a mask. Yeah, it's just a mask. So I will definitely try that and I'll keep you guys updated. I do have a Glam Glow mask that I've used before and I love it. So I've never tried that one specifically, but I'm very interested to try it. And the next sample, which is like humongous, I cannot even believe this was free because I feel like this would be a full-size product. This is the Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer. Love this. Love it. So far, I would say this is my favorite eyeshadow primer because it is a clear consistency. However, let me just show you. It's kind of got that like silicone-y type feel to it. You don't need very much. It spreads a long way. And when you put it on, I'm not flipping you off, sorry. It like really is like that silicone-y. So it makes your eyelids just perfect. Like it just, even though it's not got a color, it really just evens out the skin tone, but it makes them so smooth and it makes your shadow go on like butter. It is so amazing. It does not like cause any creasing whatsoever. When I have put on the shadows with this underneath, it has been like super long wearing, no creasing, gorgeous application, goes on so smooth, and it just stays looking amazing. So best eye primer that I have found yet, Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish. I love it. I'm so glad I got a sample of it because I would never have bought it normally. Let me just show you what I'm wearing on my lips just in case someone asks, because sometimes that happens. I'm wearing NYX 856 Sand Pink Lip Liner, and that is it. And it's a beautiful, like, it's just like a nice bright pink, but it's not too much. But it's awesome because it doesn't get all over my Invisalign. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to leave me a comment of what you would like to see next down below. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please subscribe if you're new.